millions. With soul food, flow, and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle.
Can doubled up, now you in trouble. My on hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man. I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Pickett sets up play action. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rolling to his left. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Steelers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Pickett back to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. To the goal line. line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Seibert's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give here to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action now. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he fires one that's intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Pickett will look to pass it. It's brought in by Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is now 17-3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Off play action, Pickett. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question. And neither is another pick 6.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. Down inside the 10. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 36 yards on the play. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage, right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Three yards remain for second down. To the air again, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's gone down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. play here will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure, when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
He's got it. And he's brought down. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Out to his left. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the truck?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On play action, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last
play. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 38, Cowboys 19.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 154 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett, and this one too low.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Prescott off play action. He's going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
We go 47 and 47.
Prescott yet again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play action now. Prescott. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Cowboys 19.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
No let-up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold-up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On the give, this is Harris. And some room to work. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Castle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. Castle, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Harris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack on first down, Prescott, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
down. It's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Four yards remain for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Castle, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. On the move to his left. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Brought down by Devin Harper.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he's brought down. The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly